Hello, honorable members of the clan. So let's go to the Gauteng High Court in Judge Rata's courtroom. Guys, is this... Okay, let's put it this way. Let's say to confuse the enemy was a person. I think that is what's exactly going on in the Gauteng High Court. I keep feeling like I'm being played for some reason. Because whatever it is that the advocate Baloyi is doing, it seems to be in favor of the defense. Hey, I could be wrong here. But the question is, why would he be throwing his own case like that? If indeed he believes that the 5 people that are there and in the dark are the correct people that perpetrated this crime against Sezomewa, I am... Would I say I'm confused? No. Yeah, I'm confused. I don't want to lie. Because, yeah, to confuse the enemy, just to confuse the enemy, and then boom, comes the icing on the cake. Or the Mr. Baloyi goes for the jugular on the defense that, oh wait, I have an ace up my sleeve, and indeed these 5 people that stand accused of deleting Sezomewa are the correct people. But from what I'm hearing from this AVL report, okay, now it's been established that the vehicle belongs to Sello Twala. Okay, now it doesn't say what is junior or senior, so let's go with senior at this point. Just a hypothetical. Let's go with senior. But of course, if it's senior's vehicle and then Longwe being the kid that he was back then, also on white powder, he could have taken the car by not asking permission for it or whatever the case is, and went to Phosphorus, and whatever happened in Phosphorus happened. Now, the questions that I have are around the movement of this particular vehicle, including its speed. Guys, you need to pay attention to the speed. This is a Polo, by the way, and we know how Polo drivers behave on our roads, right? We all know that these guys, they think they are the gods of the road. I'm so sorry if you think I am attacking you. No, I'm not. It's experiences that we have on the road with Polo and BMW and sometimes Mercedes-Benz drivers. Anyways, also taxi drivers. It's like, anyways, let's go back to my questions. So this vehicle goes on and off, and then it moves down and up and down Kutwanong Street around 6 p.m., right? Let's just say around 6 p.m. The incidents happen, and then we see the vehicle moving up and down once again, and then it ends up at clinics. And then it comes back to Kutwanong. Now, there was some people on the comment section who said that Makumalo was actually picked up by Longwe Twala in the red Polo to the hospital. But we were told a different story about how she got there with Tapseng, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that when they went to where Sezomewa was declared no longer. Now it comes back to Kutwanong to do what? What was it there to do? Remember, Mapiri cleaned the scene before the police arrived. Was he going there to say, listen, guys, there was an accident. Look at my foot. I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's real. I'm not saying it happened for real. But let's put a hypothetical on this one as well. And then he's like, my blood is all over there. Can somebody do something? Because he is Chico Twala's son and another celebrity on the streets of Kutwanong. My peers like, don't worry, I will clean it for you. And that is why there was cleanation that happened on the crime scene. Because why would Sello Twala or Longwe Twala will return to the crime scene from clinic? Now let's look at the speed of this vehicle. Again, we know how Polo drivers are like, right? Yeah, we know them. There's no denying it. They drive fast. They drive fast in residential areas. They drive fast on the freeway. They drive fast in the highway and the byways. Like I said, they got the God syndrome type of situation. And you are driving a Polo at 24 kilometers per hour. What was going on with your right foot trying to press on the accelerator? I'm just wondering. And then not only, let me see, This vehicle was moving between 17 kilometers and 24 kilometers, at some point, even down to 13 kilometers. I mean, I'm thinking if I have an injury on my foot and the injury is new and I am trying to press onto something, it's not going to press all the way as usual, because this vehicle, even on the freeway from Vosloorus to Glen Vista, it is moving at 24 kilometers per hour. This is like 2 in the morning. This is when the freeway is nice and open and free to even go. I'm not saying break the law. I'm not saying, because, go 120 kilometers per hour going back home. But you are driving at the slowest pace of a vehicle like a Polo going back to Glen Vista. Here's my question too. Then there's a vehicle from Glen Vista. It goes to this place called, I'm not going to call the street names, but the places, the street names are Liefde and Vrede, Johannesburg. I'm assuming this is a suburb of some sort in Johannesburg. Now, my question is, and as I've written it down, what was there in 2014? Was there a clinic? Was there a surgeon? Remember, a surgeon like a doctor's private practice? Was there a doctor living around there? Or was it the mom's residence? Because at this point, I think there was a separation between the mom and the dad. I don't know if that's the truth, but I don't know. I'm just going to put it that way. Was it somebody that's related to Longwe Twala that he had to go and wake up that early in the morning? Because we found out that this particular place in it's like a complex, not a complex, it's probably a complex of some sort, because there was an on and off, as well as longevity of not moving in Liefde and Vrede, Johannesburg. What was happening there? What was happening there? Who lived there? Or what establishment is there? Is there a clinic? If you live around that area, Glen Vista, south, or what is it, south of Johannesburg, please let us know what is in Liefde and Vrede Street in that suburb of Johannesburg. I'm very much interested. Was there a clinic? Was there a surgeon? Was there a maybe the mom that lived there, or some relative that lived there? Because why would he move from home to there? Then he goes back to Glen Vista at Heidelberg Place, where his vehicle switches on and off, switches on and off. This is between 03 hours. This is 3 in the morning, 3:05 in the morning in Glen Vista, Johannesburg, which is south of Johannesburg, by the way. Heidelberg Place, the vehicle is switched off. He's at home, I'm assuming, because I believe they used to stay in Glen Vista before moving to Four Ways. And then at almost 4:10, the vehicle moves, but the ignition is off. And then at 4:10 and some few seconds, the engine is switched on again. And a little also after 4:10, the vehicle is off again. So the question that was asked about Liefde and Vrede, how long was he there? They say he was there for a little over an hour, because if you look at the record, it says that in Liefde and Vrede, they were there since 041 to 0349. So that is little over an hour. So what was going on there? I'm interested, because I had thoughts, you guys have heard me, if indeed Longwe Twala ran away from the scene, he would have gotten into into his Polo and drove straight home to Glen Vista. So there will be that straight line from Vosloorus to Glen Vista back home. It is doing this, going back and forth between the clinic and Kutranong Street, basically the crime scene. What was happening at the crime scene? What was he looking for at the crime scene after leaving the hospital? That is my takeaway. But of course, we are going to discuss this in full detail, because Maria Elizabeth Pistorius, or is it Captain? No, Surgeon. Sergeant Maria Elizabeth Pistorius is on the stand right now. So Let's hear what transpires after the 11 o'clock short adjournment. So before they come back while I'm filming, let me say see you later. Goodbye.